What do you say to people who feel like maybe it's a little too soon?
I think that the real underlying message of this film, for me, is the power of love and the
Hmm.
power of the very best of human beings to rise up when there's real adversity. We've seen it not just in Boston. Um, I was in Nice on Bastille Day, the last Bastille Day, when this truck drove right in front of my hotel, and this lunatic killed 90 people. And what I saw, and I was right on the street for it, was a very similar response. You know, the staff of the hotel I was in running into the street and helping people, police helping people, civilians helping police, everybody coming together. And that to me is a message that I think is important. I think it's important right now. I think it's relevant right now. And so, this is not really a movie to me so much as a movie about an act of terrorism as it is about a gigantic communal act of love. And I don't think it's too soon for that.
How do you explain things like this to your kids?
Um, my oldest kids want to see the movie. I think the oldest two are ready for it, and it's just this is the reality of the world that we live in, and I think it's important for them to understand that. But I think they'll take away what I'm taking away and what everybody else who sees the movie takes away, that these things will happen, but we can't go and run and hide. We have to stand up and we have to fight back and do that with love. And I think that ultimately that will make them better and stronger as people.
And I know you guys have talked about how the movie's not a political statement. It's not about politics. But I can't help but think, in a month and a week, we're going to have a new president. You think we're going to be safer with him?
Me being a positive person, I have to hope so. I have to remain optimistic that the future will get better.
How do you keep that optimism?
With my faith. My faith really allows me, because you think about how short life is, and Pete and I have had endless conversations, and I think he's always convinced that I'm trying to convert him to Catholicism, which I'm not. But I mean, life is short. If we live to 100, it's still a short amount of time, and I want to live forever. I want to be with my loved ones forever, and my faith allows me to deal with loss, disappointment, failure, all of those things, sickness. All of those things. It reminds me that things could always be worse, and how lucky I am, and how blessed I am, and how fortunate I am. And I want to encourage people to have those types of the ability to be able to look at things in a positive way.
What I love that you did with Deepwater Horizon and this movie is you reminded us of the people who were involved, especially with Deepwater Horizon. You forgot that there were people who were killed. Here, there's parts of you that forget about the people who were killed and the tragedy that happened, because it turns into politics and a court case. How important is that for you? It's telling those stories so we don't forget.
I mean, deeply important, and that's one of the aspects of these kinds of stories that attract me so much, inspires me, is the opportunity to meet with these people, to learn about their lives, to tell their stories. And in answer to your question, do I feel safer? In many ways I feel safe, or at least comforted, by so many of the men and women that we've gotten to meet, whether it's the Navy SEALs, people like Marcus Luttrell, really stand-up family men like Mike Williams, who Mark played in Deepwater Horizon, and certainly law enforcement officers like Ed Davis, who was a commissioner of the Boston Police Department, all the men that work for that the law enforcement agency, to know that there are people out there that are really very deeply good-souled human beings. I feel, they might come after us again, but there's enough good to push back, and I feel okay.
What's up, guys? I'm Giuliana Rancic, and you're watching the Live from the Red Carpet YouTube channel. Subscribe today, then be sure to check out our other Live from the Red Carpet videos right here.